Hi guys, it's Shannon and this is No Shelf Control. Thanks for joining me on the channel again tonight. I have a very light read for you tonight that I'm excited to talk about. It is a rom-com romance type of title. It is called One to Watch by Kate Stayman London, and it was published July 7th, 2020, and I actually read this in the middle of the pandemic. It's published by Dial Press and it's 417 pages, but it is a super quick read. I don't always say that. This one I really enjoyed, but it wasn't a quick read just because I really enjoyed it. It's simply a quick read. It's a fast story. It's something you'll be interested in. It keeps you going. It's propulsive. So definitely don't let the 417 pages discourage you. The characters in this one are Bea Schumacher, Marin Mendoza, Lauren Mathers, Ray Moretti, and Asher Chang Reitman, and it is set in Los Angeles, California. That is a city that I don't know much about. I'm guessing that you hear me say all the time, oh, I love that city, or I love that country, love Washington, D.C., love London, love New York City, love India. But LA is one that I just don't know much about. So I can't say, oh, I love a book set in LA because I just really am clueless about it. Have probably been to the airport and to suburbs of LA on a couple of different occasions, but never really LA proper. So this is a great setting for this book though. And it is a novel, a rom-com type of story. And you can see here on the cover, Bea Schumacher, who is the protagonist, is not a tiny little woman. She is a sizable woman, and that will definitely come into play in the book. So I love that the focus here is on somebody of size, and she is completely unapologetic about it, as she should be. So let's read a little bit more about this one. This won the Goodreads Choice Award for romance and for debut novel in 2020. So you can tell what people were in the mood for in the middle of the pandemic. Something light, something fun, propulsive, and something maybe a little bit different. So let's read the synopsis. Bea Schumacher is a devastatingly stylish plus-size fashion blogger who has amazing friends, a devoted family, legions of Insta followers, and a massively broken heart. Like the rest of America, Bea indulges in her weekly obsession, the hit reality show Main Squeeze, the fantasy dates, the kiss-off rejections, the surprising amount of guys named Chad. But Bea is sick and tired of the lack of body diversity on the show. Since when is being a size 0 a prerequisite for getting engaged on television? Just when Bea has sworn off dating altogether, she gets an intriguing call. Main Squeeze wants her to be its next star, surrounded by men vying for her affection. Bea agrees on one condition. Under no circumstances will she actually fall in love. She's in this to supercharge her career, subvert harmful anti-fat beauty standards, inspire women across America, and get a free hot air balloon ride. That's it. But when the cameras start rolling, Bea realizes things are more complicated than she anticipated. She's in a whirlwind of sumptuous couture, internet culture wars, sexy suitors, and an opportunity, or 2 or 5, to find messy, real-life love in the midst of a made-for-TV fairy tale. So as you can tell, this is, sort of framed around The Bachelor, or The Bachelorette in this case, but it's called The Main Squeeze. And I love the idea that they have a plus-size woman who is going to be the bachelorette or the main squeeze in this particular case. There are lots of plot twists in this story. Not only does she have one person that she potentially makes a major connection with, there are several. And the twisty turns of who she's falling in love with, who she's not falling in love with, very much remind me of The Bachelor or The Bachelorette, in that week to week, you don't know where her head is about who she's going to end up with, if she's going to end up with anybody. And there are some other twists about her friendships, about her relationship with the studio, that really make a difference to this story and really make it less of a light rom-com and more of a treatise on our culture, and an indictment of who we are and what we think of as beautiful. and how we treat people. So there is definitely no fat shaming allowed in this book. It certainly does happen, but it is met with the kind of response that you would expect and that you would endorse in a book like this. So, and B. Schumacher is an A+ character. How she gets chosen, it doesn't say here in the synopsis why she gets a phone call from the studio asking her to be part of Main Squeeze, but the story behind that is a good one in and of itself. I also loved reading about all the different dates. I have some theories myself on The Bachelor and Bachelorette. I think that anytime they do something life-threatening, those people end up extremely connected. That anytime you risk your life, you know, they're bungee jumping or they're swimming with sharks or doing something where they feel threatened, those always end up being some of the best connections between two people. And I think there's just something about being in danger together that sends hormones flying. But you'll see amazing dates and all kinds of, if you're into clothes, if you're into fashion, this is another book that you will really enjoy. She's an Insta influencer, and there's good reason for that. The way she dresses her body, for someone who may not be as proud of her body as someone who was skinnier, is amazing. Like, she really finds ways to make herself look absolutely beautiful and to feel confident about who she is. And I think there's a message there about the clothing and about how we use clothing for ourselves that really needs to be heard. So just let me say, I loved B. Schumacher and I really enjoyed this book. Oh, there's also a terrific friendship in this book. So her friendship with Marin is definitely worth reading about as well. I love a good, bunch of gal pals, and her relationship with Marin is really notable and really something that I enjoyed as well. So I highly recommend this book. It's called One to Watch, and it is by Kate Stayman London. If you enjoyed this review and think you might want to check out this book, please click like and subscribe. Let me know that these are the kinds of reviews you're into so that I know to do more of this kind of thing. These are some of the books that I love, and I'm happy to do the kinds of reviews that people really want to watch. I hope you will continue to come back. I do have a wish list at the bottom of my video description. If you would like to gift me with a book from that list, bookshop.org will send it directly to me. They'll give me your name and what state you're from, and I'll get the opportunity to read the book, review it on the channel, and give you a big shout out and thank you. So if that's something you would like to do, I would be incredibly touched, but you're of course under no obligation. I hope you'll keep coming back and watching these videos. I love doing them, and I hope you love them just as much. I look forward to talking more bookish things with you again soon. Have a great week. Bye.